Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture. You're not Andy Murray.
No.
Okay. He's Adam Clery from WhatCulture, and we are here with your afternoon news.
Your hashtag, hang on, do it with me. Good afternoon. Even works when you do it.
It never normally works when I do it. Adam Clery, what have you got coming up this afternoon?
Quite a lot coming up for you this afternoon, including a first exclusive-ish look at Shad Gaspard's new wrestling drama, Pinfall.
Two of the biggest WWE wrestlers are getting paid, baby!
Some news about Ring of Honor's latest pay-per-view, although you'll wish you hadn't heard it.
And William Regal has been shooting on Twitter.
What do you do? Like this is the
good
after
yeah,
news. Anyway, yes, coming up some sad news for the Angle family. Not the first time we've said that. David Angle, of course, being charged with his wife's homicide 2.5 years ago, but now Eric Angle has found himself in a bit of hot water with the law, being charged for being indicted, which isn't the same as being charged. Remember, it's being indicted for selling drugs on the dark web. This is according to CBS Pittsburgh. Eric Angle was one of 3 men that investigators discovered were distributing anabolic steroids across the dark web. The men, said to be part of the Quantum, but spelt with a 4, which is quite edgy, drug trafficking group, are alleged to have used fake names to deliver the drugs via UPS, or UPS, as his mother calls it. It's a bit of a sad one. The Angle family is never really too far away from a horrible incident like this. Yeah. Just as Kurt is getting things back on track with himself, he's working backstage with WWE now in a producer's role, we believe. So this is not good news. This, of course, Eric Angle, you will remember, did appear in WWE in 2000. We did that whole switcheroo with Kurt during his match with The Undertaker, I want to say. And then Eric...
There was definitely one against Brock, I seem to remember, in the build-up to Mania as well.
I think it was Survivor Series with The Undertaker he also featured in. And they gave him a developmental deal, and he was kind of in and out of the company. He left in 2003, and I think hung up a singlet in the process. So he never really made it in wrestling, or never was committed to making it in wrestling. And now, yes, sad news is it looks like he's being charged, or at least being implicated in this particular story. Obviously, we don't know whether or not he did do it. I should get that out the way now. He's not been, the jury has not passed on this one, and everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but he's been indicted in this anyway, so sad.
Such a shame for the Angle family. Shall we move on and talk about some new WWE contracts that have been handed out?
Are you going to do a big story here where you just tell me about how people get paid money that I could only dream of?
Oh, you won't believe it.
It's Friday. This is the go-home news show for the week now. You can't go on it. Look, try and spin it in a nice way.
Okay. Jinder Mahal's got a new contract, as we reported a while back.
Good for him.
As have the Good Brothers.
Good for them.
And AJ Styles and the monster among men, Braun Strowman, have just been awarded new deals with WWE, with both said to receive sizable boosts to their basic salary. According to Dave Meltzer in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, Braun is going to be paid $1.2 million a year.
But will it make it happen? Will he be... Would you want that?
I wouldn't say no.
I wouldn't know what to do with that. I think I'd get bored.
I'll take it.
I'm going to try and spin it in a way that's not going to make you really... As you all leave work on a Friday.
Yeah.
1.2 million.
Think though.
Dollars.
Braun Strowman, 1.2 million. That's nothing. AJ Styles' new deal is understood to be significantly higher. So yeah, everyone's making loads of money in wrestling, except for, Should we talk about Shad from Crime Time?
Yeah, that'll cheer me up. Yeah, we may have reported on this already before. Shad Gaspard, one half of Crime Time. You remember him from WWE. He's been working on a wrestling drama entitled Pinfall. I'm going to read the synopsis out. We did that last time, but I really like it.
Yeah.
If wrestling is fake, then why the hell does it hurt so much? Good question. Wrestlers may live larger than life, but they're all fighting battles, injuries, addictions, financial woes, adultery, and media scrutiny, to name a few. In a world where reality and fantasy are blurred, being the best comes at a price. While wrestling legends contend with their younger counterparts, a young woman helms her deceased father's company while struggling to keep it all together. That is the premise of the show. It is currently being optioned across networks in America, and Shad has very, very kindly sent us a clip of the table read to give us a feel for how that's going to look and sound and be everything like that. So,
and when you say us, you literally mean us.
He sent me it on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is the clip.
Try it again. Why do you wrestle?
Interior therapist's office, morning. Close-up, Trevor as he stares at his therapist, holding a picture of his sister Emma.
Yes. What does wrestling mean to you?
To me, wrestling is everything. When I was a kid watching my dad, all the kids would say, wrestling is fake. No shit. Why the hell does it hurt so goddamn much? This life ain't fair, and in this business, you don't get what you deserve. You get whatever you can get. World touring, always performing, no union. Around 200 plus shows a year, roughly 4 shows a week. That's 15 hours of flying every goddamn week, and then driving ourselves from town to town on our own dime, adding an average of another, 20 hours of trans? All to bang our bodies on a thin layer, a cushion on top of plywood, on top of steel beams. And for what? To be looked at as a superhero, adored by fans around the world? To be the guy other guys want to be? The guy that women want to fuck? To be the man that my father wasn't? To live the life my sister lost? Everyone dies. Very few of us live. We're all looking for immortality, and everyone is looking for a way out. I leave everything I love behind for moments you will never experience. Yeah, wrestling is fake. But it is also more real than you will ever know.
That looks really good.
I
to
can't
me.
wait to see this.
I'm always, you see, like the thing is, there's never any good football dramas, is there? Because you can never quite capture, like every single, like Dream Team was a bit cheesy and all this. I've never quite seen anything that captures any kind of real sport in a good drama capacity. Like even Ballers was a bit all over the place. But that to me looks like it gets it. Like it looks like it really gets it.
It looks like it looks like it could be a sort of TV version of The Wrestler, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that was obviously phenomenal. I think we're a bit biased because we know
Well,
Shad,
yes.
but even having said that, I watched that. I was like, right, I'm going to put my bias to one side, and I was like, with the music behind it and everything, I was like, this is really good, actually.
I think more to the point, I'm just kind of more excited to see how it comes out because the noises from in the wrestling industry are very positive. And of course, when you do something that's such an insider perspective, written from somebody who knows the industry so well, you run the risk of like putting a few noses out of joint when you do something like this because there's obviously going to be similarities with things that have gone on or things that may have gone on. And I imagine there's probably, you run the risk, don't you, of people being like, oh, I'm being a bit sniffy about it. But from what we know, the noises inside the industry are very, very positive at the minute. So I cannot wait to see the final version of this when it comes out.
Yeah, let's get that. Give him some support. Tweet him.
Yeah.
Because he deserves it. It looks absolutely fantastic, that. Speaking of Twitter, actually, that was a random seg there.
This is one thing we do on the Good After News, is the links are always really, really good. So
Yeah.
that's on the level, that's good, that.
Let's talk about William Regal because he has been on Twitter taking shots at Southside Wrestling. Now, you may remember a while back, WWE pulled a lot of its UK performers from Southside's 9th anniversary show. It's going to be their final show before they merge with Rev Pro, of course. And that allowed AEW and Cody Rhodes and I think MJF and Sean Spears are going to be there to replace them on that show, basically. It all seemed very nice, but it did make WWE look pretty crap.
Look like dicks.
But anyway, William Regal has been on Twitter. They're filming NXT UK in Brentwood over the next couple of days. And William Regal tweeted in a tweet that has since been deleted.
I'm surprised.
Whilst I'm here in Brentwood, UK, if Ben from Southside Wrestling wants to have a chat, then I'd be happy to meet up. Then we can post a video and explain the truth of why NXT UK talent were pulled from your shows and your unprofessional emails to me.
First thing that jumped out at me about that was the fact he said we can post a video. So even William Regal in this day and age knows clicks, numbers, make it worth everybody's while. Yeah, this is interesting, this, because obviously we are not strangers to the idea of WWE pulling talent from certain events, and it seemed that every single thing we read in that story from Southside's perspective rang a lot of bells as far as we were concerned. But if William Regal, of all people, is saying there's another side to that, I would imagine that there is another side to that. Also, nothing low-key intimidates me quite like the idea of William Regal saying, should we have a chat, shall we?
Yeah.
Should we go for a chat, shall we? Just a little chat.
It's funny you say that. I'm here in Brentwood right now, so why don't we just meet up? You know where I am. I know where you are. I'm coming to see you. Also, he's cast a bit of shade AEW's way. He had a tweet from someone called David Silvera, who basically tweeted him a graphic saying, "Oh, I think you dropped this, William," and it was a graphic that said 1-0 basically to AEW in the Wednesday Night Wars. Of course, the true calculations is the one we're keeping, and it's currently, I do believe, 3-1 to NXT. In those ratings, because NXT first 2 weeks blew AEW out of the water.
They were over $1 million ahead, weren't they?
That UK TV deal was a massive L. So William Regal responded to this tweet from David Silvera saying, "No, it's not mine." Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, I didn't drop that.
My only concern is to help people become the best competitors they can be and have them looked after as well as possible.
Oh! I mean, if you don't know why that's a heavy shot at AEW, let's just cast our minds back to who was it said Dean Ambrose is John Moxley's getting amazing healthcare in AEW through his wife's package.
Tony Khan.
That was Tony Khan, yes, the sugar man, sprinkling a little bit of sweetness in your salt. Yeah, that's I don't quite know how I feel about William Regal being a spoiling for a fight Twitter dad, but I'm kind of here for it.
I love William Regal.
Is he genuinely?
He terrifies me, but I love him.
Can we read between the lines here? Is he asking Ben from Southside out for a straightener? Is that what this is?
Oh, please.
Is that what this is?
Oh, I've heard stories about Regal, so I really hope so.
And all I'll say is, Regal is basically saying he's available there. Obviously, Southside do need to kind of refresh the card somewhat after certain talent are pulled. The main event of that, if that turns out is going to be Ben versus William Regal, look, I am busy that day, but I will make the time, is what I'm saying. That's good. And finally, speaking of pay-per-views, it kind of works. Yeah. A bit of a weird one, this. Ring of Honor have just posted their latest pay-per-view buys for Death Before Dishonor 9, I think it is. Death Before Dishonor 9?
Yes.
Death Before Dishonor, there's an X in it somewhere, we'll go with that. And it is dreadful. It's really, really worryingly bad. It's 800, less than 800 pay-per-view buys. Now, you might just think this is some kind of indictment of where the company is, but earlier this year, which one was it? Best in the World did 3,500. Someone on Reddit very kindly has done the maths. That is a 77% drop in audience, not year on year, from June to September.
Yikes.
That is, in the space of months, over 3/4 of the audience have somehow gone. Now, this is a bizarre one, really. I'm sure there'll be more about this in the coming weeks. Obviously, we'll report on that on Monday when we're all back in, or tomorrow when you're here. God knows why. And it'll be a bit of an odd one, this, because obviously with so much going on with AEW and with NXT, it's a bit of a stretch to imagine anybody would be tuning off from wrestling at the minute, especially a card as good as AEW's. Like, the main event was Rush versus Matt Taven.
Yeah.
The championship, really good match.
Yeah, by all accounts...
What you say?
Yes, indeed. Rush. How we want to describe him? No, he's phenomenal, and he's going to do big things in the wrestling business. So him beating Matt Taven for the championship is huge, but under 800 buys.
Briscoe Brothers versus Lifeblood, which is Bandito and Mark Haskins, if you didn't know. Great match. Shane Taylor versus Flip Gordon versus Tracy Williams versus Dragon Lee. Great match. And one from the start of the card, which caught my eye. Colt Cabana versus Marty Skill. Why did only 800 people? Surely more than 800 people would want to see that match alone.
Yeah. Weird.
That's bizarre, that. But anyway, we hope that's a blip for Ring of Honor, and whatever they've got coming up next, it does considerably better.
Now, I know we normally, on the afternoon news, don't normally do an and finally, but do you mind if I
Can never be honest, no.
Okay, well, I want to give a quick shout out to...
Careful,
Jeffrey Bloody Woodrive of Palmerston, Northern Territory, 830, Australia. What's he got right here is this is one of the mystery boxes we were advertising. Tell us all about this, Adam.
Well, the mystery box, our employers very, very gently put the idea to me that we should try and maybe shift some of the excess stock, because and we did this in the video, it looked like a joke. This was genuinely seriously the reason. We are running out of desk space for people we're hiring, and we're just currently all taking like this board games and magazines and loads of stuff on there and t-shirts. So it's like, well, why don't we do a mystery box? People like mystery boxes, and we thought, that's good. We'll sell 30 or 50 of them, and that'll shift some of it out. We've come in today, and the total figure after 2 days is it's in the hundreds. Let's say, well. Put it this way, it's not a million miles away from a Ring of Honor pay-per-view at the minute. I'll put it that way. So we've had to sit there and sign everything and package everything, and we just about have enough stuff left to send a few more out. So if you want one mystery box, you get a wrestling t-shirt in your size from the WCPW, Bullet Club, and Defiant stock, a random one. You get 2 copies of Wrestling Magazine. If you've already got any, we'll make sure they're ones you haven't already got. There's the board game is in there, or the trivia game for WhatCulture Wrestling, which is literally hours of fun. We've got a full and uninterrupted link to the as yet unreleased WhatCulture Live in New York show, which is genuinely, it's 2.5 hours long, this video. It is the most fun I've ever did. Miller does Y Live, I do Last Minute Rumours Live, Jules does Insane Things Live, you do a bloody good quiz live, which is hilarious. There's a Q&A, there's a podcast, loads of stuff on that. And a mystery wrestling item, which as you can see, we have lots of mystery wrestling items, so we just chuck some random in the box as well, and send it to you for the cost of £20 plus shipping. Shop.WhatCulture. There are a scant few left. We did this as a bit of a laugh. Basically, it's massively blown up.
A clearance sale.
A clearance sale, yes. If you want to, if you know how to spell my surname, you can get 10% off anything on shop.whatculture as well. All you gotta do is type that in. I ain't gonna tell you how to spell it. If you haven't been paying attention by now, you don't deserve a discount.
His name's literally at the beginning of this news video, so that should give you a bit of a clue.
Yes.
But yeah, well worth going to do
and
that.
And tattooed on your mother's leg, so there you go.
Right, well, let us know your thoughts on that and all of today's news stories in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts too. You can follow both of us on Twitter. You can follow him at
Adam Clery, and you can tell me how it's spelled.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. You can follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. But for now, thanks to Adam Clery. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.